and instantly started insulting each other. The worst things you can say about people, and we knew instantly that we would be fast friends. And now I consider you just Joan Rivers without the self-loathing.
Self-loathing. And if you're talking about, I have had no work done.
Exactly. You're making my point. We'll get to the Harry Hamlin connection later, but this is a piece I wrote a little while ago. It all still holds true. I finally swore at my daughter the other day. She's 13, going on Satan. And that's just to say that, so you don't think I'm swearing at a toddler. No, I'm swearing at a 13-year-old. I've never sworn, I've sworn near her before, as she was leaving the room or had already left the room, under my breath. Quiet enough so that she couldn't hear me. And she's got good hearing, so I was really chancing at those times. All those times she really pissed me off. All those times that she told me she didn't care what I thought, or told me, what are you going to do about it? Nothing you can do about it. You always say you're going to turn off the TV. That doesn't last. What are you going to do about it? Well, I could swear under my breath as you walk away, but I actually hope you catch it as if you weren't supposed to, even though I'm secretly hoping that you do. As if it came somehow out of something or somebody else, but you heard it just in case, so you couldn't describe it to me specifically. I could do that. And just a side thing here. When they berate you for not sticking to the rules that they hate, what is that? What is that? Just knee-jerk opportunism. It's like the guy being flogged on a pirate ship going, "You skipped one, lame-o." It took me a while to really figure out what it was I was doing when I was just lofting these bombs into the ether. I knew it felt good. It felt better saying them. It was wrath, you know, just felt good. But as I look back, I knew I didn't want her to think these stealth bombs were actually coming from me. I wanted her to hear them, but I didn't want her to know where they came from. I'm not really, I don't know what that kind of talking is called. It's not really passive aggressive. That's when that's when you're hoping that the person does know where it's coming from. This is more like you want them to hear it, but you don't want them to know who's saying it. It's ventriloquism, I guess, without the dummy. Yeah, I was trying to just hang it in the air somewhere, as if she might just walk into it anonymously, bump her head on it, and assess it in a kind of self-help way. I'm a fucking asshole. That was the gem. Fucking asshole. And this was all completely unexamined until one day that I just let it fly with her right there. I turned away a little bit when I said it. And this is the scene. It's the morning of a school day. My daughter has already skipped her first class, which is that's another story. And it's AMPE, which, if you don't know, well, this was a morning gym class. It's a kind of Guantanamo for tweeners. It starts at 7:30 a.m., so I have a certain amount of sympathy for kids in gym clothes running in place watching the sun come up. I won't go into how many times she has missed it, just to let you know that my sympathy does have limits. So now it's 8:30. And we're moving past PE altogether and quickly on to first period. And I'm in my office writing a note for the school about the lateness, perjuring myself for my daughter. And I don't understand the late note anyway. It's simply a collusion in the joint cover-up of mutual failure. Dear Mr. Grosvenor, my child and I agree that we have failed again in the simple act of getting her ass to school on time. Please accept this excuse, whatever I'm going to write, as some thin veil of officialdom to cover up our inadequacy. Sincerely, Lottie. You all know. And the school does the same. They go, yes, we accept your handwritten note as lies, proof of your vigilant parenting, and will join you yet again in this ritual of phony concern. So I'm writing the note. And she comes in. Where's my green jacket? Oh, there's a laundry basket in the living room. Maybe it's there. I attempt to say. I get about as far as laundry basket. When I wouldn't put it in the laundry, dumbass. Oh. I'm shooting it. Thank you. You're not on her side. There's so much in that moment. We all know that in and of itself, a flare-up like that isn't enough to precipitate the nuclear option. We also know that the nuclear option is never a result of calm reflection. I am writing you a note, a complete fabrication, on your behalf, so you can slip back into school with as little fuss as possible. You've asked me to help you locate a jacket that you never put away properly anyway. And when I offer a suggestion, you bite my head off at the neck. What does one do? You say, honey, that's a hurtful tone. I can't even begin to see my way to that kind of even-handed response because of the blood filling up my eyes. No response would have been a very, very good choice and probably would have been the best approach. You know, when they get the last word and it's one of those outrageously ugly comments, it just sits there, ringing in the air, untainted by anything that I would add. And that's, then that's all they can hear themselves. And that's when they can hear, that's when she can hear herself as others do. And that's when she learns. And that's not what happened. No, something a little different. What happened was I turned away from her and muttered, "Fucking asshole." I swore her. I didn't raise my voice. I was calm. I wanted it to sink in. You should know you're being a fucking asshole. Neutral statement. On you. And then I waited. What's she gonna do? And she hates swearing. It's truly offensive to her. She's a highly sensitive and still somewhat innocent fucking asshole.